Hey, everybody, welcome to the stream. I have got David from Terrell by the Bay, and I will have Val from Dragonfly. I keep I keep saying Dragonfly. Dragonfly Crystals on in a little bit, but she's in another live right now, but she will be here. So I am departing from something different. I am doing politics today. So,
Right in my wheelhouse.
woohoo! So, if you have any, hey, so we've got 3 people in the chat in there right now. I can see you. So if you have any questions for us, have at it. Let us have it. Just ask us. But if you have anything you wanna to tackle, David, to start the floodgates.
It's been such a slow news week this week. I have no idea what to talk about.
Oh,
Good
such a slow
Lord.
news week.
Man. What was one of the things I haven't? I've done obviously a lot of political, hello, Teresa, a lot of political videos this week. But there's a couple I haven't tackled. What were they? Crap. This will teach me I'm not prepared.
Hello, everybody that popped in. I went from 3 to 14, just like that. Woo!
Wow.
Hi.
There's a lot of questions about what Judge Chutkin is going to do with regards to Donald Trump
Hey,
and
Teresa.
his acting out and threat. Oh, you know what? The one I haven't done is did you hear that the names and the addresses of the grand jurors in Georgia were leaked out to the general public?
Ooh, no, I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
that happened, and it was on like right wing social media groups. Basically, the folks in the grand jury got doxxed, and you can imagine
Not
that.
good.
Yeah, you can imagine that folks will be, you know, emailing them,
Harassed.
driving by their house and harassing them because they
Mm-hmm.
dare voted to indict dear leader over this.
Yeah. Well, hello, everybody already that came in. Teresa Hadrian, I think. Hadrian. If I pronounced your last name wrong, I am so sorry. Jessica Lynn, Janet C. Hello, hello. Amy Wernitt. Hello. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Amanda Carroll. Hello. Hello, my peeps. Hello, my peeps. Hello, hello. You know what? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. That sounds
Yeah,
like Trumpsters all over it.
yeah, and it just that. So that's one thing I haven't read on. That would be new and different. It's just, are the jurors going to be safe, or are they going to get extra security, or what are they going to do to protect them?
Okay. Yeah, Amanda Carroll let me know that Val should be right over. she's with the cool crone and the other group. the group.
Okay.
They're doing she's not, yeah. Sorry. I just got a bit of giggles right there for a second.
And
Sorry, everybody.
Gene, I don't know why Biden's numbers, his approval rating is so low, because to me, he's doing a really fine job of trying
Yes.
to navigate everything that he's up against on there. And I've heard varying things from like, probably the thing that makes the most sense is there's only like a half a dozen to a dozen people that control like 90% of the mainstream news media. And if they decide that they don't like Joe Biden because he doesn't make them enough money, they don't cover him or they cover him negatively. And then all of a sudden he can't get positive news stories out there because all the editorials are against him. And then people read the editorials, believe what they read, and don't think much more beyond that.
True. I mean, plus they believe, the negativity about him having Alzheimer's and, and he's sick and he's this and he's that, and believe all the negativity that, what they're saying, what he does to children and all that crap. So, of course, people are going to believe that crap. The right wing people are going to believe it,
Yeah, and again, even for the folks on the left, you need to get your news from a variety of sources. There's something called media bias or all sides media. You can Google it. Make sure that at least one of your news sources is one of the ones that's in the center of the bell curve. And what it shows is that you've got left-leaning bias and right-leaning bias. And as you move towards the center with less bias, you get more truthful stories. It basically becomes just bland, boring news. But it's good to get bland, boring news because you get the information. And then if you go to your favorite website, like let's say it's MSNBC, you can see the adjectives that they toss on there to spice it up, but it starts implying things that may not necessarily be true. So you have to constantly check yourself to make sure you don't fall into the same echo chamber that we've watched folks in the right-wing media fall into. That's all.
Well, that's true. That's true. And more people have come in. Let me go up to the top. We don't want to miss them, do we, David? Nope. Okay, Deborah Williford has come in. Hello. Rossi's Den has come in.
I see
hello, Rossi.
Crystals.
Huh?
I see dragonfly crystals on the bottom there.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, don't you have a... Oh.
You're not send her a link. Oh, there she is. Hey, Val.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, David. Amy.
Hi. I'm sorry I didn't see you pop in. Hey, Sylvia. Hey, wonderfully supported. Hey, Judith. Jessica Lynn, did I say hello to you before? Sonia, hello. Deborah, oh, I said hello to you before. Hi again. Hello, Lucy.
Let's see every pore on our face, Amy.
Huh?
Can't you change this? Let's not yet. I don't want to see. Don't make me see this close.
Don't you want to see my beautiful blue eyes?
Your eyes are gorgeous. I agree. But let's change this. Change it.
Val, are you wanting something closer to a soft focus? Is that what you're gunning for there?
Hey, I don't want to see my face this close.
Well, the thing is, guys, I lost my newest glasses I had. So the glasses I'm using are 4 prescriptions old.
I got
you. And I can't see with them on.
But do you have to see us this close up? Because you know what we look like.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the
chat. Go smaller if you make.
I'm using my phone because I don't have a computer.
Man, nope.
So
me.
No, because it's either save up for a computer or save up to move.
I gotcha.
So, priorities.
Man, had I known I'd be in the hot seat, I would have touched my makeup.
I'm not looking at your face, Val. I swear.
I'm dead. Like this is my fourth hour of shows.
40 people in the chat today. Hello.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh, Janet said,
hey, Sonia. Janet. Hey, you guys.
Yeah, hello. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Amanda.
Hello. I'll try not to get so close, okay?
Oh,
it's just that I can't see either way very well
All right.
because, like I said, these
I'll
are
let you off the hook this time.
4 prescriptions old, but I gotta wear something.
Okay, I got you.
But I have an appointment with my doctor, with my eye doctor, at the beginning of the month, next month. So, woo! And they're free. They're basically free because my insurance will pay for everything.
Oh, that's rare.
So I'm like, whoo, wait, thank you,
So are we
Lord.
reading questions in the chat? Are we reading political? What's our?
We are doing.
I've been seeing political questions being asked in the chat.
Yeah, we are doing political today. Nothing
Yay!
but.
I've got my deck of characters all primed up.
Right on.
Hey, David said, surrounded by the ladies and
Yes.
and
Yep,
ladies.
right. That's
He's
right.
loving his life.
I'm being teased that, just you got 2 chatty ladies, just jump in anytime you want. It's like,
Chatty ladies.
Okay, Sylvia has a question. Somebody else read, otherwise I'm going to be like this.
Many immigrants came from dictator countries and they voted for Trump thinking it was the left that wanted to end democracy. Will they recover over the shock? How they were inaccurate? Well, if they even get that they were inaccurate, because some of them don't. It's like they're oblivious to what's actually so.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are brokenhearted. This is my card that I got for this, and I feel like, yeah, they're definitely going to feel bad about that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see how much I can spread out here with the camera this close. What am I getting? I'm upside down.
Oh man, you're a professional.
Okay, so
yeah, he is, isn't he?
Oh my god.
Okay, when I get
That's
into
a shame.
they have to show some strength. They have to move beyond what they're being force fed and open their eyes and their ears. And that's kind of like the first sort of addressing the question. That's the first thing. They're told one thing, but they'll come here and experience the other. And then it's incumbent upon them to change their mindset from what they're being told is the truth to what actually is the truth. And they'll probably get it little bits at a time, but they're going to get it over time. In the past, it was just a struggle to get here. Coming to the United States is a victory all of its own, because if you're getting out of a dictator or autocracy, you really have no freedom.
Right.
So the U.S. is the ultimate thing to have happen. Now that they're here, they're really happy to be here. They see all the opportunities that present them to themselves. Of course, one of the challenges with that, and we've seen this with immigrants. Sometimes you'll see like Mexicans or folks from Central America that move to the United States that want to close the border. And my wife uses the term pulling up the ladder behind them. Mm-hmm. And they have to get into this mindset that just because they made it doesn't mean nobody else should. That the people that are still coming over aren't peasants or unworthy of it. They're suffering just like the folks that made it. But, again, they made the United States, they're happy, but they're, part of them are in fear that they might get kicked out at any time. Programs that they're using might get removed. There could be sudden changes that suddenly change the dynamic. And I think sometimes, again, with the open borders, they're worried that they're going to be replaced by somebody else. Yeah. But ultimately what they want, or, this could also just be getting out of a dictator's country is such a relief, because what they've come to the United States is to have an opportunity to succeed, raise a family, have a better life for your kids than what you've got for yourself. And then ultimately judgment. So they're here, they have to show the strength to integrate. And as they integrate, they have to move past the fear of losing what they've gained by coming here, and then be critical of the judgment. And what you have to do, and to answer, circle it back to the question, they have to understand what people have been telling them when they're playing on their fears and what's actually helping them. So that they have to be the ones who are strong and make up their mind what they're being told. And it might be hard because they might come from an area where the government tells you something and you believe it. Because why would the government lie to you?
If English is their second language, they might not actually completely understand, and then they get the rhetoric instead of the truth. All these things could be true.
Yeah, and the other part that you run into, you can congregate in a social ghetto, as it were. And I don't mean ghetto as in a poor neighborhood. I mean ghetto as in a Spanish-speaking community, and they have a certain perception of what's going on there. And it's incumbent, like Brian Tyler Cohen, for instance. You've probably seen him on YouTube. He started a Spanish-speaking channel trying to get the left's agenda and their talking points to the Spanish community, so that you have a voice there.
Right. Good. I didn't even realize that. I do watch him.
Yeah.
The cards that I got were the Two of Wands, which is like they had two paths to choose. They had two decisions. Which decision were they going to make? And they initially made the wrong decision. And they found out the grass was greener on the other side because they had made the wrong choice. And they're like, okay, now what do we do? Okay, we're stuck. Right. But I think when now that they see that Trump is such a good guy, what was that? Not Trump.
My dog must have barked. I don't have a dog.
Not Trump. I meant Biden. Thank you, puppy. Thank you, puppy. I meant Biden. He's like, excuse me? Your puppy's like, excuse me? I meant Biden. That was funny. Okay. Now that where the heck did that come from? Now that they found out that Biden is such a good... What?
Nothing. No, I was just answering my dog. They wanted some biscuits, and I told him not right now.
Never let it be said that I can't solicit a laugh from time to time. I'm telling you, I can do it without even trying.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay. With Biden, they're finding out that, he's not such a bad guy and that wishes can come true, right? That he is fulfilling his promises. He's doing, his best to do what he can say, what he says he's going to do. And he's doing his best to help out the less fortunate, like the people on Social Security and disability. Like when they increased the money that we get monthly, they increased it like 13%. Like, was it 13% this year?
Disability or Social Security or...
Yeah, it got increased 13% this year.
Okay.
So they're finding out, he's not as bad as they said he was. Right?
Hey, when you help people out and you put money in their pockets, they like you a lot. There's something to be said for that.
This is true.
They do.
This is true. So again, Knight of Pentacles, patience, perseverance. They'll find they found he again. he's not as bad. He's not as bad as they thought. Because he's doing what he said he was going to do. He's not a liar.
That's true.
Biden isn't the liar.
There's
The other guy's a liar.
Something to be said when you are actually doing stuff to help people's family members out, even if you're not helping them and you're helping their family members out.
Yeah,
they appreciate and they don't forget that.
That's true. Absolutely.
Right.
It causes, that's that strength card. That's what causes them stress, because it's like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to hate this guy, but he keeps helping my family. Maybe I can make an exception for Biden.
Yeah.
I hate Democrats, but I'll make an exception for Biden. And then the door's opened. And now you can do more to
Hey, Sherry.
Fully. Hopefully in this next election, these people will have turned the corner to accept Biden for another 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonia asked, will Trump turn himself in by Friday?
I have mixed feelings on this one because,
I don't even know if I have to turn cards on this one.
Well, the question is it's yes or no, but the more important question is why. Trump is a narcissist, and sometimes it's really hard to put your mind in the position of a malignant narcissist.
Oh.
And one of the things a malignant narcissist will do is act like the rules don't apply to him because he's the biggest gorilla in the pen, and he'll throw his poo wherever he wants to. So It wouldn't surprise me if he tells the court he's not doing it Friday, he's going to do it next Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm doing it, but I'm going to do it on my timeline because I'm a big important person, and I'm not doing it when you tell me to. I'm going to set my own standards. But I want to throw on that.
Is he allowed to do that? Set the date?
They might send somebody to arrest his ass over the weekend. But
I
wouldn't put it past him for not showing up by Friday.
yeah, but
I don't.
I don't either, because it's a power play on his part. It's a way for him. You know how you watch.
Yeah, I agree with
you.
Yeah.
You watch those videos.
I don't see him showing up by Friday.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Those videos of people losing their shit on the on airplanes and telling the airline staff they can't tell them what to do, and then the cops come and they're giving the cops the riot act because they're trying to have some type of control over the situation. It's that same mindset. But I'm going to throw on it now because I'm totally biased.
I don't think I have to, but that's all right.
Let's see. Will he turn himself in? Well, he's got a mind not to do it. He's got it. Like again, he wants to be the king of swords, but he's a page. He's just such a child. He wants to project strength. And if you turn yourself in, you're not projecting strength. So you have to do something to project strength. We have that naivety. Again, I'm a president of the United States. If I'm president of the United States, I get special stuff happening to me. And he's making his plans. I think, and he's about to put his plans into action. I think he's not going to do it. I think he is going, seriously, I think he's going to come up with some reason that he can do it on his timeline, not on the court's timeline.
Well, I've got the open road for him. It's like he has his own route. He has his own plan for things.
Exactly.
But this is what he's going to create from that.
Is that chaos? A swamp.
The swamp and chaos. It's anything. I mean, he's really putting himself in a hole from doing all this. He's not going to be creating what he thinks, but I understand exactly what you said, David, about a malignant narcissist trying to hold on to control and get the situation the way he wants to. Of course, he likes to be on the offensive, not the defensive.
Exactly.
Oh, just to answer Hypnicity's question, Hypnicity, it's this. The deck I'm using is this. It's called this. Learning tarot cards, and it looks like this.
Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay,
yeah,
so
that's a big ouch.
Follow-up question. What will the judge do if he doesn't come in by Friday? They're going to send out a warrant form. It's like, okay, we've been planning for this. We're going to let you know we're coming for you because your ass is coming in or your ass is going into jail. And there's the King of Swords. We don't care if you're the former president or not. You're acting like a spoiled child. Yeah, he's not going to show up on Friday. And they're basically telling him, you show up or we're arrested. We will send the marshals over to arrest you wherever you are.
Oh, man.
This could be, get your popcorn ready. Now, again, I could be wrong. He could change his mind and turn himself in, but.
This is going to be really good watching all of this.
Oh, God, yes.
Play out. This is everything we've been waiting for right in front of us now. So it would be really fun to have everything televised. That would be so nice.
Oh, you should have said something while Val and I were laughing hysterically because somebody said, "Quick, now's your chance!" While they're laughing, you should say something. It's like, oh.
I saw the comment. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do. Make a run for it.
So funny.
Oh, God.
Oh, Gerald said, exceptionally handsome with a great smile. Banthorpe.
Wow, there is a fan. Gerald. Wow.
I gotta say, my wife agrees with you.
See if I can do it. See if I can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna flap open the fan.
He's got to have.
Did it do it? Did it work?
I can't tell. Do it again. Let me see if I hear the sound. No.
It's too close to the camera.
Gerald needs to teach a class in fan art because he's
snapping it open.
And tiny hands and the tiny hand usage.
It just went.
He snaps it beautifully. He's really good at it.
I thwarped it. I did. I thwarped it.
You have to have the right kind of fan to make that sound or something. Constructed a large one.
And unfortunately, it's the only one I've got at hand.
I'm going to have to get Gerald's tip on where to buy the good fans. So
yeah, that's funny. Your dog, right when I said that, your dog went, "Excuse me?"
I don't have a dog, but yes, my dog said that.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, "Excuse me?"
Roll with it, Val. Just roll with it for the rest of this broadcast.
Yeah. Woo-wee, that was just woo.
I'm gonna have to turn my air on a notch lower. Pardon me.
Yeah, it's
Don't trip over the dog while you're there.
Yeah, really good vibes. I had to get my phone so I can do my air conditioner. Oh God, you guys are making me perspire.
I think Crystal's got a question here about 45 having compromat on people.
Oh, that's his. He learned that from his dad. You know, years of being in the game of having something over someone.
Yeah, and pushing the.
Hey, Patricia, how you doing?
Okay.
Back
I'm hot. Okay.
You might remember that Russia hacked into the Democratic National Committee servers and released information that got the head of the DNC in trouble, and he resigned and put out embarrassing information. But the Republicans, about within 2 weeks of that, announced that they also got hacked, but we never got an information dump from them. And that's Russia's way of saying, hey, you know,
We
We
can.
Hey,
want them to
KK.
win. We want you guys to win. You'll play ball, and if you don't, we'll
Yes.
dump this information.
Yeah.
And when you watch like Lindsey Graham just twist himself into a human pretzel.
Oh my God, I'm pretzel. He will contort himself to whatever is going to be in his favor. And
Mm-hmm.
it's the Trump regime. He twisted himself so much nobody could recognize him. But
And the hard part is, how bad is it that Lindsay? What awfulness must it be that Lindsay will do this?
I mean, I look at him like a Southern belle, a Southern magnolia who needs someone
A Southern
to take care of
belle?
him. And
Really? Him?
he will look to the strong man, the Trump, to save him and take care of him. And I'm serious. Even though he doesn't really like him, he is the one who is playing on the stage. So that's my analysis.
Oh no. I read that. In what Crystal Dusendang said. Did you see it? She said, "Men don't bend over that easy." If you know what I mean.
Lindsay might.
Trump has things on Lindsay in those compromising situations.
Yeah.
And so Lindsay must bow to the situation at hand.
This is true. This is true.
Because Lindsay has thrown parties in a dress. So,
yeah.
But I'm not saying, and I think he should just come out. I personally, I don't understand what the big deal is. He wouldn't have any worry about any of this if he just, of course, he might
say, "Hey, I'm actually
party though." But I don't understand.
Being true to yourself, being your authentic self. It could.
I mean, who cares if he's actually,
because he can't be his authentic self. He can't live his life who he really is. And I think that's the saddest thing.
It is. I mean, so what if he is? Who cares?
Of course nobody cares.
Yeah.
Maybe in his state they do.
Everyone has a right to live and love however they want. No one has the right to tell them otherwise. And of course. And we all would rather see people be true to themselves and live in their authentic self, because that must be really painful. And I hear, he's a drinker. So,
Yeah. Well, even here in Michigan, there are parts where it's okay to be gay or lesbian, and there are parts where it's not. Because there are parts where it's very, very blue, and it's part, it's very, very sky, and it's very, very ketchup over here. So,
Anyway, entertainment purposes only.
Purposes only.
All of this.
Yes.
It's all hearsay. We know nothing. We are just saying things that are right. Or
my personal experience in my home state. Thank you. Entertainment purposes only.
But anyway, I feel sad for him, actually. I feel compassion for him. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, the South Carolina Old Boys Club. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So, does anybody have a question for us? Let us have it. Lay it on us. Throw it at us. We can handle it.
Why don't we read on? Why don't we read on what is Roger Stone's? Will Roger Stone turn? Since he was the big mastermind of this Jan 6 thing, what's going to happen to Roger Stone? What is Roger Stone's outcome with this whole thing? And also, wait, there's just too many things to read on. He had this whole thing going on with, that's Georgia. He's involved in so many cases. let's do the Georgia thing. We haven't heard his name, but we know he's got to be one of the unnamed conspirators, uncharged, whatever's.
But you wanna do Roger?
I want to look at Roger Stone's outcome. He planned the whole thing on paper that we know of,
Right.
tape, and
Mhm.
what's going.
You're talking about the fake election or trying to overturn the election
Yeah,
in
so
Georgia.
the Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was not indicted, but yet he's probably one of the unnamed.
Hey, Alicia C, how you doing?
Oh goodness. Well, this tells an interesting tale.
Doesn't it always?
He's going to go in whatever direction that he needs to. He knows he's got blood on his hands.
Mm-hmm.
He really did do all this.
Mm-hmm.
This ghost card is kind of like him
in the shadows.
Him what?
Like
See you, Patricia. Thank you for coming.
The shadows are kind of invisible as he moves through there.
That's the only thing I can think of, but it's next to the love goddess. So it's like he's going to ghost one side to go to the other. That's kind of what I get.
Mm.
He's going to ghost 45 so he can do that. But, it's about trying to keep more of his money. And it's always about the money, isn't it? Yeah. He has a manic. Somebody in the news, I don't know if it was Brian Tyler Cohen or if it was the Midas Touch, kind of characterized him as someone who's kind of manic, who needs that, I've got something to do. I have planned this, and no matter the outcome, he has to feel like he's moving things in the world. And
sorry, I wanted to put that up there before it got lost in my feed.
So I feel like, that's going to play a role in how it turns out for him. I think he will flip if it's even possible. He's one of the top players, so he must have a lot of information they want, not only for this case but for other cases. So. Right. Yeah, he could actually make some deals. And maybe that's why he's not named. He actually made deals.
I think and I could see him flipping on Trump simply because Trump did not give him a pardon. He was livid apparently at the last day of the Trump administration when he didn't get a pardon for Trump. So Roger Stone now has to protect Roger Stone.
Right.
I'm gonna pull you down here. Okay, so what I got? Roger Stone in Georgia.
Yeah.
He's behind the illusion of the election and trying to steal it and trying to craft that narrative. Yeah. But that's going to be revealed. His role in this is going to be revealed on that one. So, like your ghost card, he's trying to be in the background, casting this spell, but the spell's interrupted because there's light on it. In the past, he's trying to keep it together. He's trying to keep his freedom, his money, his ideals. Basically, he wanted to cement the gains that were gained through the Trump administration that helps the Republican Party continue to rule despite the fact that they're a minority party. He didn't want to lose those gains. Current situation, 6 of coins. He's a little bit concerned about money, and he'll trade information for money, or he will trade. He'll want something valuable and he'll give a little in return. So he's not giving equitable value with what he's currently doing. So if he's working with the feds, he's not giving them the value for the money that they want. Currently, judgment is over it all. He has to make the decision what's in his best interest, because Roger Stone's all about his best interest. And is that giving more? King of Cups. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, he's worried about himself. Emotionally, he's very concerned about what's going to happen is if he doesn't give enough information to keep his butt out of jail, because he doesn't want to go back to prison, because he doesn't have the protection this time to commute his sentence like happened the last time.
Right.
Victory card, look at me card. With Roger Stone.
I think that's his delusion, though. That grandeur, that's what he's like when you read on Trump, and Trump's all so believes his unreality. I mean, that kind of reminds me of his delusional mind. Roger Stone is a little bit manic, so he has a sense of grandeur.
I think he thinks he's going to be able to get away with this. I think he thinks he's going to be able to land the plane.
He does. Absolutely. Yeah. He really does.
And underneath it all is the King of Pentacles, which is impacting the Sun card and the Delusion card. It's about Trump trying to steal that election and his role in it. And basically he will throw Trump under the bus because Trump didn't bail his butt out 4 years ago. So there's no loyalty at this point.
No.
Trump's not a Republican. He's an authoritarian, and they've used him for as much as they could.
That's it. I totally agree.
Okay, this is the 4 cards I got.
Crystal wants to know where her wedding ring is. I know we've got abandoned one, but Crystal.
Okay, here we go, y'all.
25 years. Good Lord, dear.
Yeah, 25 years is a long time. To lose your wedding ring? Ooh, girl, I hope you find it. Okay, the 4 cards I got. All right. The Page of Cups. Roger Stone felt love and comfort and compassion for Trump because he thought Trump was the end all be all and Trump would take care of him. Right. And I pulled the Devil card. And we all know who the devil is. All right. All right. And he thought that this guy would be taking care of him and he would help him in all the whatever crap he got in. Oh, I love him so much and he loves me so much and he'll just let, whatever. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then which then went on to, well, since he'll let me do whatever I want and I can do whatever I want because he'll take care of me, then he felt he had the stability and structure to go and cheat and and do the nasty, horrible, crooked stuff with the votes, with the election, because hey, this guy will be there to take care of me. I can do whatever I want. Well, as time went on, he found out the 8 of Swords. He got trapped. And guess what? He's not there no more. Oh, crap. What do I do? So, like he said, Trump's not there for me anymore, then he's going to, be there to do what he needs to do for himself, because Trump isn't who he thought he was.
Mm-hmm.
So Trump, Roger's going to be there to take care of Roger, not take care of Trump anymore. Roger's for Roger.
Are you trying to show us your beautiful eyes?
No.
She's
nearsighted. She's getting really close to the camera.
It's like
no, I wasn't. What happened? What happened? I wasn't trying to. What happened?
I'm teasing.
What happened?
I'm playing with you.
I know. If I didn't know if you weren't playing with me, I wouldn't be laughing and smiling.
Ban it. Maybe not ban it. That guy.
Bad guy.
Okay.
Okay. Banyan.
Bannon's goal was to destroy the government. Correct. Rossi's
Yeah.
den. Rossi's den
Rossi's
has
Den
it right.
wants to know. Read on Banyan.
They're already correct.
Yeah.
That is absolutely.
You answered your own question.
You answered it, and it is correct.
Mm-hmm.
He was dismantling everything as much as he could. And he, unfortunately, was very smart about it. A smarmy and smart. Both those S's.
Smarmy and
smart.
Crystal, the other thought that comes to mind is if you had like one of those 24-inch roller bags or something along those lines, like on the top of the bag, there's that zippered pouch and there's zippered pouches in there. Check through all of those. There might be like a little shallow 6-inch one, and then they've got a bigger one. And sometimes they have the zipper pouches on the inside. Just go through all those, put your hand in there and move it all around in there. That's kind of the vibe I was getting for that.
Kind of exactly what was going on there.
Okay. Now,
he really did maneuver himself well so that he stayed, he tried to stay, oh no, that's Bill Barr. Bannon is even the most schmarmy. Wait a minute. I'm all messed up. He's not the attorney general. Bannon is the schmarmy friend who did all the schmarmy things and stole money from the wall. That I'm going to have you pay for the wall that the Mexican government's supposed to pay for, but you're going to send me money, and then I'm going to go use it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh man, that's pretty smart.
What I get with Bannon is it's about the money and the legacy. He wants the money, like, again, when he was stealing from the wall, but he wants this legacy. He wants to be known as a person of significance, some really smart guy that basically put his stamp on the U.S. in the way it's done. He wants it back in the 50s. Now, whether that's the 1950s, the 1850s, the 1750s, or the 1650s is up for debate. But that's what he wants. And he wanted to do things quickly. If you do it fast and it becomes normal, then that's awesome. But he had a really different way of looking at things. And it was just basically to undo everything that, say, FDR put into place.
You really said everything that was in my cards.
Okay.
I'm just going to show you real quick and not say anything because, he's the angsty teen doing his thing. He's camouflaging what he's doing. He's building the house the way he wants it, sticking his tongue out at the government the way it is, and putting everything in a dumpster because he's going to make everything new. Here's this is like a fertile egg, even though it says rock. He is going to put a Band-Aid and make it look like it's okay, but this is how he wants the Stepford wives. Here's the egg. He wants to create the 1950 or early 60s Stepford wife with the June Cleaver, pearls and the apron on. Ward, tell the boys it's time to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. He wants to have like Hermit. He wants to make the soul searching, make it back to where it was back in the 50s, 60s, where everything was just where you can't do anything.
Genie back in the bottle. That's
yeah. Yeah.
You can't put social media and internet back in the bottle, and we instantly know what's going on. Everything's videotaped. Everything's a soundbite. Everything's recorded. There's a paper trail for everything.
And Four of Wands, he wants to make it like it was back then, where it was the happy family. And, you
Yeah.
know, and the men were the breadwinners, and the women
You
stayed
know what?
home, and the kids were like,
Manly men doing manly things.
yeah, that
But you know, I don't even know if he really believes that, or if it's all about making a mark, and he believes money is a way to get prestige and to look successful. I don't know if that's. He does have some twisted, weird beliefs, though. I believe that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he really believes.
there's no way it could ever be like Leave It to Beaver. It never was really like Leave It to
It never,
Beaver.
there you said, Amy, that is, you just said a brilliant thing. It never was like
Yeah.
Leave It to Me. That was a television show, but what was really happening was nothing like that at all. So,
Yeah.
you know,
People thought,
meanwhile, there were civil rights, riots and all kinds of things going on for people to become recognized so that they could sit at the same counter and eat and drink out of the same fountain. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Who wants to go back to that?
Well, that's something Bo, the fifth column, had touched on. You're talking about the counter.
Yeah.
We know the iconic picture that you're referring to, right?
Yeah.
The black man and all like the 10 white guys just
Yeah.
And his thing is, can you imagine if that was your grandfather was one of the
Yes.
10 white guys? How would you feel?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that Leave It to Beaver was how they wished
That's right.
it could have been.
Yes.
But no,
never was.
I mean, that's why, kids grew up and they're like, oh, that's how it used to be. No.
That's how when you go down to the soda shop and you sit on the chair and the guy knows your name, everybody in town waves to you and everybody's friendly with everyone.
That's how it was when my grandma was young, maybe.
No, well, I'm sure you still had people that were on the other side of the tracks and whatnot,
Yeah, that you did. But fortunately, my grandma grew up in a family that was kind of affluent enough, sort of. She was lucky enough. And married good enough, thank goodness. But
I'm
still,
about every single person in town being, hey, so and so, how are you today, Mr.
Yeah,
Mr. Smith, hi, Mrs. So and so. Everyone would be, that way.
That never happened. No. I mean, the only reason why we were able to keep our door unlocked in the 70s and 80s was because, or 70s was because my dad was the marshal of Rome City when I was little. So everybody knew everybody's business, and everybody knew my dad was a cop.
I would have been locking my door because who knows what criminals want to come in and, get a little retribution. Man, I'd be locking it. I'd be barring the door. I'd get a deadbolt. One thing's for sure.
Poor Dave.
I would take security consciously.
He's just sitting there going.
He's like,
I'm listening. I'm just listening.
I'm ready for the next question.
We're going, and he's just sitting in the middle going.
I'm doing the Brady Bunch look.
It'd be better if we were in the squares because then my eyes are starting to hurt from looking at everything squashed up. But it's hard.
Val, she's doing it again. She's putting her eyeball really close again.
No, I'm off. I'm off to the side so you can't see my eyeball.
And David, you have beautiful eyes too.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do, David. You do.
have to get really close to the camera to see him. Otherwise, there's these little squinty things.
That's why I'm
Mine-
putting my eyeball to the side so you can't see them.
You can't see mine. I'm always laughing.
Doing the old Clockwork Orange.
Anyway, yeah.
Sorry, I just had to. I had to do that just to be a. But I know we're just supposed to be doing political, but somebody did a question where they were worried about their daughter because their daughter and their kids.
Yeah.
Because they were in a
Watch her. I got my eye on you. I remember Linda's show one. Linda,
that sounded exactly like I knew it.
Story about that lady when she was a nurse in the room saying, "I got my eye on you." And she got a little worried. She goes, and then she heard her years later saying it to the next person. Oh my God! So now I say that to my husband all the time.
My mom always said that to me when I was growing up.
I say that to him and he teases me back, doing it to me. It's now become a thing.
That was a good imitation of Linda doing imitation of that woman. Because the minute you said it, it's like, oh my God, that's Linda G. I recognize that story.
And I think he said. I think Stephen, what? Hey, Nancy. I think Stephen said, her name was Missy, I think it was. But he's worried about his daughter and his daughter and her kids, trying to stay away from her violent ex.
Oh. And you can't find it?
No, I can't. Stephen, if you're still here, can you I think it was on your feed.
Yeah, it's here. It's
Yeah.
I'm worried about my youngest daughter's safety and the safety of her kids from her violent ex, not the kid's dad. It's nearly a year since they broke up. And that too many women are dying from domestic violence, and I don't want my daughter becoming another statistic. She lives in another state and has a full-time job, so she can't move closer to me. Coming down, and Nikki, go ahead again. Message me after this, and we'll talk. What I've got here is that I got the Two of Cups. The signifier is the Two of Cups. The agreements crossed with the Nine of Cups. So this is like, the relationship she was in. Probably with this other guy, and this is kind of that arrogant smugness of like, I'm again malignant narcissist or something to that, like I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you, and you need to understand that. That's kind of the vibe, and what's impacting this is the Five of Wands, the turmoil that comes when you're telling a malignant narcissist that you don't want to be in their sphere of influence anymore. And he's like, oh, yeah, you are. I decide when you're leaving. You don't get to decide when you're leaving. In the past, we have the Two of Swords. She had to make a decision. And the decision, and she's currently dealing with this, is the Devil. It's, unchaining herself from this toxic relationship that she's in. So you're concerned about her. You should be concerned about her. She's still dealing with this jerk. Overall, are these strong emotions? I don't think she has feelings for him. This is just, again, the emotions that he has. He's not emotionally balanced, and he lets his emotions get the better of him, and he causes that turmoil. The lesson to be learned is the King of Pentacles. This is an interesting card because it could be one of two things. Either there could be some acknowledgement that's thrown to him to feed his ego. Like, hey, no, you are a great person. You're just not great for me. And I'm sure there's somebody who's really good for you. I'm not that person. The other thing that would be is your daughter might need a little bit of money so that she can get away from that guy, because she might be staying in that different state with that job, because that's the best way for her to afford her living or her lifestyle. And if she had a bit more money, she can move away from that guy and his influence because she's not stuck there. But what I get as the outcome is the Four of Swords. I think there's going to be retreat. There's going to be a calm or a peace on here. But I don't know if feeding his ego will do it. It's possible. I don't know if money is the issue. That's possible. But there's something here with money. And I don't know, maybe this ex-boyfriend who's violent also has money. I'm not sure. It could be something like that. You'd have to fill in the blanks on this one for us. But I don't see her in imminent danger, but she's not clear of it either.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
He's wanted to separate her out. So, here he is showing up like he's the only one who can save her.
Right.
Here's she's seeing what's really going on. She needs a watchdog to come in, and she needs to camouflage herself, like you were saying, David.
Mm-hmm.
And here is moving to a better situation. This is how far she has to go to get out of his realm and it's about her being a mom and taking care of herself and her kids. I can't seem to get cards on from his perspective, but I did just pick this Inferno up. So
it's tough.
She really needs to get out of his vicinity.
Yeah.
And what goes with the Inferno? Fuel? Yeah, that's not good. So.
Okay. All right. Okay, the cards that I got were, the Hermit, which in this case, I think means, in this case, I think Hermit is literal, where I feel like he was trying to keep her away from people, keep her basically to himself, because he's the only one that can help her, can save her, which yeah. But the next card I pulled then was the Queen of Pentacles, which is her. This shows me that she had the strength to walk away from this jerk and get a new life for herself and her children. So kudos to her to have the strength to do it, because a lot of women don't, right? Some women don't. So kudos to her. She has the strength to get a new life for herself and her children. And I see her continuing to have the strength to do so. And she will be all right from what I can see. Entertainment purposes only. And then the next card I pulled was Three of Cups, reunion celebrations. Her life will continue to get better after she gets away from him. She will find her she will have some problems possibly with him, but her life will get better in the long run. She's standing Sorry, my guides are. I'm trying to make sense of these cards as they came out, but my guides are talking to me too, so I'm trying to trying to make sense of the cards. The next card to come out was the Seven of Wands. She's standing up for herself. Again, standing up for herself, trying to make her life, her house structure strong for her and her kids. Okay. You know, standing up for her beliefs and fighting for her corner. She's protective of her kids. She's in defense for her kids, her life and her kids' lives, and keeping them all safe. That's what she's doing. And then lastly, the last card I pulled was the King of Swords. She's giving her kids and her life structure. That's the last one I pulled. So all in all, she's doing very, very well. Her life will go well. She'll have some bumps and bruises, like people have as time goes on, but her life will go well in the long run. So no worries. Oh, is everybody okay? You didn't say anything. I was like, oh, did I do something wrong?
Because I'm sending a benevolent outcome to Steve's daughter, and I'm saying, I'm sending light to her, and I'll continue to do it after this because
oh, definitely.
I want her to be able to stay safe and strong and do what she needs to do to keep herself and the kids
safe.
Mm-hmm. And Mickey, to follow that up, I sort of asked myself the question, what would be your daughter's best course of action? It got the Page of Pentacles now and the Queen of Wands underneath it. This is either, if she's going to stay where she is, she needs to get a restraining order because of the violence that's been perpetrated on her. And it's going to cause him to have to pause if he really wants to cause turmoil in her life again, because he could be thrown in jail. Or if she moves, the Page of Pentacles could be, you move and start a new job, a new financial start to get away from this turmoil. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Your kids are in school and you have to get a new job and you have to move and do all that. But you have to make your choice what you're going to do. You're going to stay, you're going to go. If you go, get a new job, it's going to be tumultuous for a while, but you're going to be better off. And yeah, again, you have to juggle some things, but the ultimate goal is to be away from that person. Either if you're going to stay, defend yourself. If you're not going to stay, you just need to set yourself with some financial stuff.
Yeah, if you're going to stay, get that restraining order. Have people around you, have friends stay over. Whatever you need to do. When I got that watchdog card, it's like have eyes around you, people that can see. Put up a video, do a doorknob video, whatever those things, ring doorbell, whatever they are.
Doorbell video, yeah.
Make sure that everybody knows you have these videos. And all of this is going to make an impact. The restraining order is one. So if you're going to stand your ground, she needs to get all these things in place. And absolutely.
Yeah, well, I saw the cards I got. I saw her being stable. So she, I see her being okay for, entertainment purposes only. So she's a strong woman.
You need to be careful no matter what. Somebody like that, because
no matter what,
you can't trust what they'll do because they're not normal.
That's true. I'm just saying she's a strong woman, and whatever comes her way, she'll make it. I have a feeling. That's what I was trying to say. How much longer are you guys able to be here?
Well, this will be my 4th hour today.
Val's about to fall asleep in her pudding there.
No, I'm not falling asleep.
Oh no.
I mean, put some questions up there, or let's read on.
Okay, because there's like one or two more questions that I saw.
Let's go for them.
Okay.
Okay.
Left field question. Do you foresee what we'll be discussing 2 years from now? Do you believe we'll see any improvement in civility in efforts to address climate change?
We'll still be talking about these court cases 2 years from now because it's just going to take that long for them to progress and actually make it to the court, make it to actual trial.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. 2 years from now, 2025, we should hopefully have a Democratic Congress with a Democratic president. And exactly, now we can start addressing voting rights and women's rights, women's ability to make their own health decisions. I mean, I realize that's just really wild progressive thinking there, but
I agree with you, and I kind of feel like 2 or 3 years in to the new administration, I feel like they will get, from 2024 on, I feel like there will be a new reinvention of the party, of GOP, or even a third option, because they really have to do something different, because they will say, this really didn't work. This whole thing that we've been doing is not going, it's not flying. And I think they will reinvent themselves in some way. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what am I saying? 2 years from now, still fighting, still arguing, still bickering. So no, we haven't quite hit the civility card there yet. But I think the reason why we're fighting and arguing is that the illusion's being lifted. The illusion is finally being lifted, and it's kind of like the death throes of the MAGA movement and the GOP's trying to subvert the will of the people with democracy. It's going to be something along those lines. Or even among the turmoil, again, if the Democrats are controlling Congress, they're now, even though there's turmoil going on, they're getting a lot of resistance. They're creating new laws. They're creating, again, reaffirming the Voting Rights Act, reaffirming women's rights for reproductive decisions, and other things like that. Going forward with new ideas, helping young people. That could also be the environment as well. In the past, it's just the nightmare of dealing with, from 2016 to 2025, just dealing with everything that we've been going on and trying to put that in the past. Now it's Queen of Swords time. It's time to make decisions. And that's one of the things that the Democrats seem to have the hardest time doing, is just being a real son of a bitch and saying, sorry, this is the way it's going to be. They're all about the feels, and they need to take a step away. Think of Nancy Pelosi being your mom. And how would she react if you came across with a report card full of C minuses? She's not going to give you a big hug and be worried about your feels. It's like, you're better than this. Step up.
Yeah.
The Democrats, I think, again, there's going to be victory on this one. The world, basically, the Democrats have the world at their feet. They've negotiated through the turmoil that was the insurrection, and now basically they're in the driver's seat. It's their call what they're going to do with this world. And then the outcome is the hangman. I don't think of the hangman as being that they're going to be willing sacrifices. I think it's their time to listen to the progressives and really start to get your agenda, thinking outside the box and getting the things that are valuable to people codified, so that we don't have to worry about losing those things going forward.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it. That's where we're going to be.
That makes sense. And I'm looking at 3 years from now. 4 years. Well, almost the last part of this next 4 years of Biden being in office. And I'm saying, there's going to be, just like you said, you don't want to be bad in front of your mother, Nancy's,
Well, here's the other thing. What if Kamala Harris is your president 3 years from now?
Exactly. And
this could also, that's why I'm holding it. This could very well be.
Yeah. At that time, when I'm talking, she may very well be stepping into that. So exactly. The people that are causing trouble will find jail cells. There will be new laws in place to handle those rabble rousers. And there will be a good rainbow in the future, with little fairy energy, meaning they must be taking care of Earth a little better with the climate change and whatnot. I'm just going to throw that in because I'd like to see that. And there's going to be people devoted to doing the right thing. And they're going to speak nicely to each other, like a poet. So I feel like those who have caused trouble will be going to the park. So by park, I mean the final part. But, that's another day. So, I really feel like things are going to shift, even though we may still hear the rabble rousers and we may still hear the rhetoric occasionally. I don't think it's going to play a part in creating laws, in creating legislature, doing things that make any powerful decisions for our country. I think we're going to be in a much better shape. I think the House and the Senate will be ours as Dems. So,
yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I pretty much got the same thing. I mean, in the past we had major conflict, the fighting, we're not going to let who get out of the White House.
Do you mean who shall not be named?
Yeah.
Like Voldemort.
Mr. Orange Face. Entertainment purposes only.
Voldemort. You have to be a Harry Potter fan to know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, I am.
Like eyes glazed over, like who the hell she?
No, I missed the Harry Potter reference. What did you say?
He who shall not be named.
Oh, when she said, "You know who," and I said,
who. Got it.
You're talking about he who shall not be named.
Yeah. I was reading the comments at the time, processing this.
I wanted to laugh.
You know who?
I didn't get it. Oh man. I was working for it, but it didn't work.
Right. And then right now, Jack Smith and Fonnie Wells, they're indicting people, and some people are still trying to make breaks for it, and they're like, we don't think so. We're gonna get you, bam. We're gonna get you, and
there's a lot.
They got
right there. There's a lot to live through to get to where I'm saying we're going.
Right.
Stuff is gonna happen.
Right. Yeah, that's the right now. They're getting got, whether they want to get got or not.
If they get got, other people are going to get schooled on what can happen when you do XYZ against the United States.
This is true. Very true. And in the future, we're going to have a choice as to what path we want to go down, and it's going to be a good path. I can see it. It's going to be a good path. There's going to be, like you said, the reinstatement of Roe versus Wade. There's going to be other good other good things that I see other good things that Biden's going to do
Mhm.
for the health and well-being of people. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Yay! And the last card I pulled was the card of the Nine of Pentacles, independent wealth. Once everything, we're all said and done, and we've got both the Congress and the Senate, and we're set, and everything that gets done. Man, we are going to be set for life.
Yeah.
We are
Right.
going to be set for life.
Yeah.
Right there.
Now, I like that daydream reading like I do because you might as well dream big, right? Come on.
Well, that's what my card said. That's what my card said.
I agree with you 1,000,000%. And I just want to say thank you to Hilda for prayers for all domestic violence experiencers,
Yes.
because this is something that has to end. And yeah, that's enough of that situation. Absolutely.
It does, because it's not fun. It's not a fun thing to live through, because I lived through it as a kid, and it's not fun to live through it. Nope. Can we do? Are you okay to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more.
There we go.
This is from 317 stitches. 317 stitches. Do you think the FBI or the DOJ knows who the bomber is?
Yes.
They've known for a long time.
And are not saying yet.
Of course. They already knew. They knew from a long time ago. They also know who took the switch out, so that nobody could buzz in the Capitol when we had the insurrection. They took out a buzzer that would be an alarm. Somebody removed it.
Hey, Miss Brazil.
I just had the Two of Pentacles pop up as I was shuffling. That's my flipping card. I think they've known who it was for a while. They flipped this person, and I think they haven't revealed who it is because that person's probably still wearing a wire.
Oh, nice. I am liking that.
So because
And why their
like,
name has not come out.
Exactly, because they're still gathering information and they don't want to lose that information. I thought when the Jan 6 indictments came out, we would soon after find out who the bomber was. We haven't heard word of it yet, which kind of tells me that whoever that person is still gathering information.
Oh, I love that. Oh.
Well, that explains it, doesn't it?
So it's a Republican. It's somebody who believed in the whole Republican message. And I had seen this before. It was like a young person. Some are asking if it was Lauren Boebert. I tend to think of it being an intern or somebody working in the offices of the Republicans, and they convinced him to do this. Mm-hmm. And then now you've got the emperor. This is like the FBI or the DOJ. The DOJ, you know what it really is? The DOJ is kind of sitting on this person's happy endings. The DOJ will tell you when you get to go home, and not until they're satisfied. Right. It's a woman. That woman's been providing valuable information. I mean, that's not a surprise to one because even the gait of the person and the general size was a woman. And I think they've been gathering a lot of information from this person, and that information has been of consequence. It's helped advance cases against other members in the GOP. There's your young person again, Page of Pentacles. That person is still gathering information, and it's kind of settling. It's the information. This is interesting. Kind of have to sort of get through what's useful, what's not useful on the information. But I think this information, it's information that will discuss intent
Mhm.
Like, so I think of that Seven of Pentacles as being like, somebody can have plausible deniability, but the information that this person's giving gets you behind the scenes so that you know the intent that these people had when they did whatever it was that they were doing. Outcome, the end, Ten of Swords. It's going to bring down, this person is going to bring down a lot of people with the information they got. And center underneath it is the Sun card.
And
So it's just, they're shining a light on a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that this person is
I
still
just
getting.
got an image of this like intern being told, "Oh, this isn't really going to blow up. We just want you to. It's just going to be just take it over to this car and put it in there, or however they did the car thing, and place it there. Blah blah blah. Nobody will know it's you. You'll be okay." And I think, they know all the stuff. They've been around it all and have heard all the dirt. And if they still kept a wire on them and they were gathering information, that makes sense. I see this cave then as being a incognito kind of situation. They are just presenting themselves as just a real sweet, I'm showing up and yes, what can I do for you kind of thing. Well, now there's no Donald Trump presidency, but really,
No, thank
this is
God.
this is what was going on. But they're taking a good look, and this mirror is really reflecting out to gather information. That's what I'm getting from this. So I feel like you're right. I think you really have it. And that's why we haven't heard about it after all this time. They're sitting on it and they're gathering information. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, out of the 4 cards that I pulled, 3 of them were reversed.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what the heck is going on? God, that doesn't happen very often, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I made sure all my cards were facing the right way when I was shuffling.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said something happened.
Yeah, something did. Something happened.
I'm waiting to find out what it is.
Come on. What
okay,
is
it? The first one I pulled again was the 7 of Wands.
Yeah.
This person was standing up for what they believed in. They were standing their ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then they found out, oops. they got discovered, they got caught, and they were like, oopsie. I guess not.
Following orders. That's what they're going to say. And I'm sure that's what they said. They said, to do X, Y, and Z. And they didn't want to lose their internship or whatever.
That's true. That's true. You're welcome. You're welcome, Sylvia. You're welcome. Yeah, and then she woke up. Yep. Hilda goes, and then she woke up. Yep. And then the next card I pulled was Judgment in Reverse. Okay. She was indecisive, she had self-doubt, and she had malicious gossip, and that's what they, filled her head with.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's why she did what she did.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to do this.
Manipulated, a young person manipulated, much like Cassidy Hutchinson, but Cassidy Hutchinson had a angel whispering in her ear going, something isn't right here. Go get another attorney. So, this one didn't quite listen to the inner promptings.
Yeah, like Hilda said, she knows now that she could go to jail for a long time, even though she's doing what she's doing. And then the third card I pulled was the Six of Swords reversed.
No, no getting away
Uh,
with the waters.
yeah, she's going from the frying pan into the fire.
Oh.
It's like, okay, now what do I do? You know, it's like what do I do?
Listening to Glenn Kirshner say that these people who have, gotten a deal, they cannot give them a deal without giving them. They might take away a little bit of the time that they'll serve, but they have to serve time. They will not take their major sentencing away. So they take their chances. It's up to the judge to sentence them to the time. So that's a risk.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right?
Yep.
I'm saying when you talk, at least it looks like you've realized you did something wrong and that you are going to cooperate. And that should get some time off.
Well, that's true. And the last card I pulled was the Six of Cups, and that was reversed. And, she was letting go of the past, and she's focusing on the future. It's like, okay, I did something stupid. Now I'm looking at what I can do to possibly make this better for myself to get the best outcome.
What's really sad is these are young people that have their whole lives ahead of them. And it's just a shame that grown ass adults who should have known better, who they were working for, couldn't behave like adults, like decent human beings.
Yeah.
That's the sad that their lives
and I'm like I said before, play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. I mean, it's that stupid, it's that simple. But when I was that age, I was impressionable too. Not saying that I'm not excusing what she did, not by any means. And when I was that age, I was impressionable too. But
she trusted. She was naive, and she trusted them what they were saying.
Yes.
And didn't question it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
They were saying the election was stolen, blah, 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 and all this stuff was going to happen. And that was one of the things. And they probably said, whoever did this bomb, it was never going to go off. They did a terrible job. So I'm just assuming maybe it wasn't ever meant to go off.
True. Oh, look at this. MK said, OMG, hi, David. You must be the man sandwich.
Well, you've got a tarot destroyer. It's I think it's on it's
on my channel.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who Tarot Destroyer is. I think I know who that is. This is this is the he jumped in my last feed. He's a young guy. He's a young guy who life gave him a setback or two, and he's
Did you get him? Did you block him?
I haven't blocked him.
Block him.
I'll put him in timeout. You're in timeout.
You're a kind-hearted soul.
You should block him.
It was funny because he had jumped on my last feed with Marina, and I went ahead and did a read on him to find out, why is he here trolling people, and he had some type of personal setback, and something that they're really, really good at. And the thought was like, he might be going to grad school or the police academy, or wanted to go to sniper school in the military, but he wasn't accepted. And it's kind of his way of lashing out because, and then I said, well, did that resonate with you? It's like, no, all caps, which meant yes.
Yes, of course.
So and I offer, and again, for Tarot Destroyer, go ahead, reach out to my page. There's I've got an email. If you want to do a reading, you want to talk about what is impacting your life, and you want some guidance on how to get through it, I'll work with you on it. I have no problem with that. And you don't have to believe the answers. I mean, it's free, so you get the price that you paid for it. But I'm willing to work with you on it.
That's a sweet offer. That's really sweet.
Some people just don't know how to ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And somebody who comes as often as Tarot Destroyer really is seeking some kind of advice in some way from someone without even asking for it. So, yeah.
Aw. But
anyway.
I feel bad now.
1 hour and 35 minutes.
Yeah. Yay. But I was gonna say these two poor people are probably really tired and probably getting so tired of looking at me. So,
and Val has to go feed her dog. Her dog's past due for its dinner time tonight.
For his din-din.
I do. I have to go feed
them. And you better take your dog out for a walk, or else I got those cross legs there.
I still think it's funny that he went, "Excuse me."
I have to feed the invisible dog. I got to do a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. So thank you everybody in the chat for coming. It has been a blast. Thank you too for coming. I really appreciate the two of you coming, and you are more than welcome, both of you, to come back. Kisses to both of you. Thank you everybody who came in the chat. There are way too many of you to say thank you. Oh, heart. Love you, heart.
I don't know how to make a sandwich.
David can't do it. Heart. There are way too many of you in the chat. But thank you, everybody. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here.
That's right.
So thank you so very much. And maybe, just maybe, we could do this again sometime.
That'd be fun.
Who knows?
Absolutely.
Who knows? But again, thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful night, and have a wonderful week coming up.
Thank
you. Thank you,
everyone.
Love you all. Bye.
Ta-da.